After migrating to the US in 1985, Fernando Lagunas has worked to build a life in Illinois. Today, he owns his own construction business there, but it hasn't been easy. Like many first-generation Mexican Americans, emigrating didn't absolve him of his responsibilities back home.
But that's what I've been doing. I mean, not just me, my brothers, they help a lot, my family. I don't send too often, but when I send money, I don't send just a little. I always send like $1,000 because it costs to send it.
He's not alone. Nearly every family here in this town has a member north of the border, sending an average of $300 every 2 weeks. Mexican towns like Tonatico depend almost entirely on remittances sent by family members who have migrated for work to the United States, to such an extent that this town's economy depends more on US dollars than Mexican pesos. Indeed, remittances of US dollars are a major economic driver for this country, representing nearly 4% of Mexico's GDP last year. And surprisingly, remittances grew significantly during a year marked by pandemic and economic devastation, totaling more than $40 billion, more than 10% higher than 2019's total. Vicente Tapia, back home from Chicago for the winter months, has a good idea of why that happened.
The U.S. government helped its citizens economically during the pandemic, so everyone with family in Mexico who received financial aid sent some of that money here.
For José de la Cruz, the director of a Mexican economic think tank, the growth of US dollars arriving here is a key factor in the Mexican economy's stability.
12 Mexican states depend heavily on remittances, and they are a stabilizing economic factor, both on a micro level for families who make investments with the money they receive, as well as the large segment they represent in the national GDP.
For those on the receiving end, like Vicente's wife, Maria Cristina, it's a vital income that even her US-born grandchildren will continue to send long after her husband retires.
The remittances are very important because the money is much more than we could ever earn here and goes a lot further. They are what allow us to survive.